Dear students, in this video, we will discuss about the pregnancy and embryonic development. In this series, first of all, we should learn about the fertilization and implantation. It is important to note that insemination during coitus or copulation, semen is released into the vagina by the penis. The motile sperms swim rapidly through the cervix, enter into the uterus, and finally reach the ampullary region of the fallopian tube, where the ovum released by the ovary is also transferred to the ampullary region of the fallopian tube. Then fertilization occurs in the fallopian tube only if the ovum and sperms are simultaneously transferred into the ampullary region of the fallopian tube at the same time. So, fertilization is the fusion of the sperm and the egg. During fertilization, the sperm induces changes in the zona pellucida layer of the ovum that block the entry of additional sperms, ensuring the only one sperm can fertilize an ovum. The secretions of the acrosome help the sperm enter the ovum through the zona pellucida and the plasma membrane. This induces the secondary oocyte to complete meiosis. This is again an unequal division. It results in the formation of a second polar body and a haploid ovum. The haploid nuclei of the sperm and the ovum fuse to form a diploid zygote. The zygote contains 46 chromosomes. The sex of the fetus is determined by the sex chromosome present in the sperm. As the female is XX, the ovum will always carry the X chromosome. Males are XY, and therefore the sperm can contain either X or Y. Therefore, half of all the sperms carry the X chromosome and the other half carry the Y chromosome. Depending on whether the X containing sperm or the Y chromosome fuses with the ovum, the zygote will be female or male. The zygote undergoes mitotic cleavage as it moves along the isthmus of the oviduct towards the uterus. It forms 2, 4, 8 and 16 daughter cells called as blastomeres. Morula, the embryo with 8 to 16 blastomeres. The morula continues division as it moves further along into the uterus. The blastomeres arrange into an outer layer called as the trophoblast. The inner cell mass is attached to the trophoblast. The trophoblast attaches to the endometrium. The inner cell mass differentiates to form the embryo. The cells of the uterus divide rapidly and cover the blastocyst. The blastocyst thus embeds in the uterine wall. This is called implantation. This leads to pregnancy. Now let us talk about the pregnancy and embryonic development. After implantation, finger-like projections called as chorionic villi appear on the trophoblast. The chorionic villi are surrounded by uterine tissue and maternal blood. It causes the chorionic villi and the uterine tissue to become interdigitated with each other and jointly form a structural and functional unit between the developing fetus and the maternal body called as the placenta. Placenta supplies oxygen and nutrients to the developing embryo and removes the carbon dioxide and excretory waste from the fetus. The placenta is connected to the embryo through umbilical cord. The embryo transports nutrients and waste to and form the placenta through the umbilical cord. Additionally, the placenta functions as an endocrine gland. It produces several hormones such as human chorionic gonadotropin (HCG), human placental lactogen (HPL), estrogens, progesterone, etc. Later in the pregnancy, another hormone called as relaxin is produced by the ovary. During pregnancy, production of various hormones is increased. These hormones include estrogens, progesterone, cortisol, thyroxine, and prolactin, etc. High levels of these hormones are essential for supporting fetal growth, metabolic changes in pregnancy, as well as maintenance of pregnancy. Soon after implantation, the embryo differentiates into the outer ectoderm and the inner endoderm. The mesoderm develops soon after. These three tissues soon give rise to the tissues in the body. The inner cell mass contains stem cells that have the ability to give rise to the tissues and organs in the body. Now let us talk about the fetal development. During first month, heart is formed. In second month, limbs and digits are formed. And third month, most of the major organ systems are formed. And during the fifth month, appearing of hair on the head and the first movement of the fetus starts. And in the sixth month, body is covered with fine hair eyelids. Separate eyelashes are formed. And in the last 9 months, fetus is fully developed and ready for delivery. Now let us talk about the parturition and the way of lactation. First, we should know the gestation period. The average duration of pregnancy is called as gestation period. In humans, the gestation period is 9 months or maybe up to 40 weeks, including the menstrual phase. Parturition, the process of childbirth by which the fetus is expelled or delivered due to vigorous contractions of the uterus. A fully developed fetus and placenta induces parturition. This causes mild uterine contractions called fetal ejection reflex. This triggers the release of oxytocin from mother's pituitary. Oxytocin stimulates a stronger uterine contraction, which stimulates more production of oxytocin. The stimulatory positive feedback reflex continues between the uterine contraction and oxytocin secretion. This leads to a stronger and a stronger contraction till the baby is expelled out of the uterus through the birth canal. Soon after the fetus is delivered, the placenta is also delivered. The production of milk by the mammary gland of the female towards the end of the pregnancy starts, that is called lactation. Colostrum is the milk produced during the initial few days of lactation. Is called as the colostrum. It is rich in antibodies that provide resistance and immunity to the newborn baby. That's all. Have a nice day.